morning and welcome in for another video myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK. And today, again, as you can tell, it's a little bit of a wet and miserable 5 AM start. Vehicle checks are all completed for the Nemesis. We've done a good little walk around already to make sure the electrics work, make sure the tyres are in good condition, there's no damage to the windows, and everything about the vehicle is all nice and road legal. I'm just over at the first client's and I'm waiting for them just to start their shift for today. The lighting, unfortunately, this morning is not too great, so I'm just using this little side light here to try and brighten it up a little bit, and I've got lights up at the top. Oh, there they are starting, and the waterproofs are definitely going to be coming out this morning. Well, that's a little bit better, I suppose, sitting over here instead of on the driver's seat. It's a little bit more brighter as such. I do hope everybody had a great weekend as well, and for myself I had a nice relaxing Saturday, didn't really do anything whatsoever. But Sunday, however, I ended up going to a place called Cockfield Farm over in Oldham. So I don't know if you've been there before. If you have, let me know down below. But over the weekend they had a little monster truck show on the go, and it was really good. They got lots of stuff there for the kids, like a little petting zoo. You can go and meet and greet all the animals. Albie absolutely loved it. And the monster truck show that I had on was really good. It was a Big Pete, I think it was called. Yeah, Big Pete and Grim Reaper. So Big Pete's like an old truck which is on monster truck wheels. I'll put the clip on here now anyway, so you can see a little bit of the highlights. It's only a couple of minutes long, but yeah, here it goes. And next up we have pig racing. Yes, you heard that right, pig racing. Unfortunately, it's coming up to 8 o'clock, and as you can see, still at our yard, well, next door, waiting to get loaded. And to be honest, I think there's been a little bit of a confusion, because I don't know if it was meant to be an 8 o'clock collection from the place next door and then delivering it to the client in Bradford. But on our sheet, we've got it down as being at Bradford for 8 o'clock after making the collection at 6. That being said, if we turn up too late for the client, well, it's not our fault, is it? We're loaded up now for 8:15, and to be delivered over in Bradford, 49 miles away, and looking at 9:30 arrival. I'm just hoping it's going to get a little bit better weather this afternoon, because at the moment it's not stopped raining all day, and just about to come up towards the M60 junction, which looks like it's very congested indeed this morning. As soon as you get a little bit of rain in the UK, everybody forgets how to drive, keeping safe distances, etc. So I'm not too sure if there's been an accident or is it just congestion, everybody trying to get up to the M61 Bolton and then carrying on towards Rochdale as well on the M60 itself. Matrix signs are saying 40, but M61 looks quite clear, to be fair. Oh, coming up to a standstill already. Not like we've got on the M60 yet. I am hoping, though, it is just a case of congestion instead of being an accident, and hopefully by the time we get past Rochdale we'll start clearing up a little bit more. Unfortunately, it is one of them though, part of the driving game. Sometimes you get good traffic and then other days you get this. Stood still for some time, stop starts, can't stress yourself out about it. If it turns up late, it turns up late, it's not your fault. You can only do what you can to make sure it arrives there on time. The last thing you want to be doing is just rushing around all day and chasing your tail, because that's when accidents do happen. It's just one of them, unfortunately. The weather doesn't help though, does it? A lot of surface water as well on the roads, so take extra care whilst you're driving around, especially in the cars. You can lose control quite easily if you're not careful. Just moving over into the third lane now, because this is why the traffic is so built up and heavy, because you've got people in the second lane trying to cut over last minute to join this queue. So it's just putting a lot of backlog then onto the traffic. So got a white car now, just jumped out the first queue. I better go jump back in a little bit further down, but let's have a look, see if they do. I forgot about this other junction as well, while I'm trying to get onto the motorway. Let them in. Yeah, the white car's indicated left again. Try and rejoin that queue. I'll let them out. Starting to look fairly clear up ahead. Still keeping a bit of distance from the vehicle in front. Now I'm not going to jump in that lane just yet, because I'm looking at this white car, because I had a feeling then it was going to try and jump over last second. But I think they're just slowing down really, so they don't undertake the truck, which is quite a smart move to do in this weather. You don't want to be doing any undertaking, that's for sure. really bad spray. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Wet and miserable, but at least the roads are clear. If the weather's like this on the way back down, especially with the wind and the rain combination, it's not going to be fun because we're going to be having an empty trailer on the way back and driving over the moors in heavy rain and wind with an empty trailer. It's not a great experience, I promise you. But on another note, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, my ears have popped, and also the sunroof has got a mind of its own today. It really is, and it's really annoying. It's what it keeps doing. As you can see, the weather is torrential rain at the moment, really bad fog, spray, wind combination, and I've got the sunroof. For some reason it keeps opening up on its own. Yes, the truck is possessed. It's opening up the sunroof on its own, so every 5 minutes I've got to keep closing it. Luckily the switch to open and close it is just next to where the tacho is, so it's nice and easy to just press the button and get it closed. But it's a right pain in the backside. I'll get the cab nice and warm, and then all of a sudden it'll be freezing and I'm getting drops falling on my arm when the rain's coming through the sunroof. I don't know why it's doing it. It's doing it. I've done it again. Why does it keep bumping? If you're out and about driving as well, just take extra care, folks. This weather, it's just going to get worse, isn't it, towards Christmas time. Just give yourself extra time when you're travelling, keep extra distance, and just be safe out there. At least the traffic conditions have improved. Since driving past that junction earlier on, it's been pretty much nice and free flowing all the way down. I'm only doing about 48 to 50 miles per hour though, because I'm trying to keep a nice safe distance from the vehicles in front. The last thing you want to be doing is getting too close, like some of these cars are on the right, and then somebody slams on. Before you know it, you're in the back of them. I don't fancy doing that whilst I'm driving a truck, that is for sure. Still got 8.5 miles left to go before I'm at a destination, and according to sat nav it's around 10 o'clock now, the ETA, so I've got 20 more minutes left of driving. And in total, if I get there before 10 o'clock, it would have taken me about an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 50 maybe. Which of course is a little bit longer than what it usually would take. Yep, don't mind me, mate. My word. I'm only round the corner from the destination now. 500 yards according to the sat nav. It's mayhem round here, isn't it? Oh, that's not good. I need to turn left there. Hopefully the diversion's okay for trucks. That sunroof is still opening up on its own though. Really annoying. I've literally closed it probably 20 or 30 times. Probably more than that, to be honest. Right, which way can I go to get down the other way? I don't generally know which way I can go. So diversion up there. Let's hope the diversion's a little bit better than the one at Wrexham. Oh dear. It's got like all the traffic past. I need to take this really wide so I don't take out the bollards while we're on the corner. And there we go. Right, there's another truck down there at the end. Right, luckily I can pull into here and let them past. Oh my word, the van is trying to give way for me, and then you get the car driver blocking it instead. That's tight as well in front. There's got to be a better way in for trucks than coming down here, surely. Right, yep, I can get down that way. I don't think there's another way to actually get down here, to be honest, 'cause it looks like on the sat nav you can see the train track on the right hand side, so I think there might be a few low bridges. Oh, I've got an idea, I might be able to go. So if we come back out, if we do a left here, I might be able to take the first right. It's a little bit of a busy street, but I should be able to get down. And I'm just delivering here now onto the right hand side. Alright then, moment of truth, let's see if they're going to accept the delivery. That should have been here for 8 o'clock and I'm now arriving at 10. Just do a quick spinny. There's nobody on bays, so that's alright, so I might just reverse straight down. Good, this yard's nice and clear. Whilst moving around, I just need to be careful of these big concrete bollards that they've placed everywhere, just to make life easier for HGV drivers. Right, let's get booked in quickly first before I do commit to the reverse. All booked in, so they've accepted the delivery. Now I just need to do the back doors and then get onto the bay. Right then, straight onto bay 3. take it nice and easy. As you're approaching a bay, just ease off the accelerator and just let it roll nice and slowly. And there we have it. Give it a quick check, make sure it's on bay and not going to look and get through. Since I've been in work for 5 hours, I'm just going to stick it on break for 15. That way it'll clear the working time directive for 6 hours. It's a nice little putty van, so I'm going to get some breakfast. Just approaching 11 o'clock, and for some reason it's still opening on its own, this sunroof. I don't know why, because I'm not touching it, but it just opens on its own. First thing about it is if I push the button to actually open the sunroof, it won't open. But I'm driving down the road and it opens on its own. I've checked the buttons, they're not stuck, there's nothing which is catching on it. So it beats me, I'm not too sure why it's doing it. But I can confirm it's really annoying at the same time because I keep getting wet every so often. Anyways, enough about the sunroof, let's get on to the next job. The next job I'm going to is down in Woolston. It's on Woolston Grange, so it's nice and easy to get to down the M6. I'll be due there for about 1:30 to 2 o'clock. As I need to take a half-hour break on the way down, so that'll cover the driving time directive, and then that will cover the breaks for the day also. With regards to mileage, I'm not too sure how many miles away it is to actually get to the destination, because I'm not using the sat-nav. It's quite an easy one to get to, so it's straight down the M6, and then I'll come off at the Woolston junction really, and it's pretty much right there. Now this is the moment of truth. Can I get around these roadworks by going the way I think I can? Because I have made a delivery once on this road where you turn right, a little bit like, no, the van's going left, not right, okay. But I remember this road being really tight when I made the delivery on it. But I should be able to jump onto the carriageway right down at the end. Go really slow here in case the forklift comes running out of that building, or a driver in front of his truck. It looks like Bradford's been getting flooded. The weather today is just absolutely awful, isn't it? Definitely not the best driving conditions for HGV or in any car or vehicle today, shall I say. That's brake taken care of, and also fueled up as well, about 300 litres added into the tank. And I'm over at Hotspur Services at the moment. Little bit of a change of plan as well. Instead of going down to Woolston, I've now been diverted. I'm just trying to look in that mirror, I can't really see anything because the spray is that bad. Get this car past, there we go. It's a little bit hard sometimes to try and talk and talk about something interesting and engaging whilst keeping an eye on all the mirrors and all the cars and everything else that's going on around you. So if I'm talking mid-sentence, then sometimes I'll just cut off. That is why, because I'm just trying to keep an eye on everything which is going on around me. So as I was saying, I've been diverted now, so instead of going down to Woolston, I'm actually going over to St Helens. At St Helens, it's going to be a nice and easy trailer swap. I don't think it'll be nice though, because I'll be outside in this delightful weather you see before you. And with an empty trailer as well coming over the moors, hopefully the wind is not going to be picking up too much. There's nothing worse when you're driving an empty trailer across a big open space and you get hit by that gust of wind. You can feel it, you really can. It's going to either tip over or just push you into the next lane. Either one of them is not a great experience. Trust me, been there, done that. I don't fancy getting tipped over, that's for sure. Sunroof is still trying to keep itself open for some reason. I've switched off all the power at the breaker whilst I was on dinner, kept it off for a few minutes, put it back on. Doesn't seem to have been upping in anymore. Oh, it is going slow, that truck, isn't it? We're doing 36 now. Let's try and get in here nice and safely. I don't like getting too close to the vehicle in front when the weather's like it is. I'm not too sure if the rain's meant to be like this all week. I hope not. But luckily I've got a full set of waterproofs, so they'll be coming out today when doing the trailer swap a little bit later on. Just need to be careful here as well. I was about to say make sure the door doesn't open and somebody pop their head out. A little bit like so. Get over a little bit, so I think the left lane, I think that disappears in a second. It's one of the junctions. Remember off the top of my head, is it Halifax it comes off? Only doing 43 miles per hour. And the worst thing about today is that I'm actually coming down with a little bit of a cold as well. So I think little man has bought a plague home from nursery. But to be fair to him, this time of year I always get ill from when the temperature's going really nice and warm to pretty much like this. I'm just trying to think what they're trying to do in front. They've got their arms out the window and everything. My word, the spray is that bad. It looks so. Is that fog? Is it fog or spray? I think it actually might be fog mixed up in the conditions as well. Yeah, it's fog. I thought the spray was that bad then. It looks like fog, but it is actual thick fog. Make sure the fog lights are on as well. This part of the motorway is always dreadful in the winter times, especially when it snows as well. This is one of the first areas to get covered in snow. Visibility is just awful, isn't it? Yep, you can definitely feel the wind right now battering the trailer. It really does. My word. I can see the truck in front, but beyond that you can't really see anything. Well, there's meant to be a bridge there above us. You see it very, very faintly. If you are new to driving, by the way, or going in for your test soon, good luck. I hope everything goes well for you when you're doing your test, because it is a little bit more trickier when weathers are like this, but don't let it put you off. Don't let it make you too nervous. Just try and go in nice and relaxed, but just be very cautious. And if you passed already and you're starting a job or getting used to it this time of year, again, just take your time. Just take your time. Don't rush anything, and you'll be fine. Don't worry. Just be a little bit more cautious changing lanes. Make sure there's no cars flying up and down on either side of you. By the way, I'd like to say as well, on the video footage that you're watching now, it may seem that I'm either just sitting in the middle lane, quite far away from the vehicle in front on the first lane. Because I'm using a wide angle lens, everything seems a lot further away. For an example, the car which just took over me, or the van, that is literally at a truck length at the moment. So it might seem that I'm just sitting in the middle lane or something. I'm not actually doing that, by the way. So it's going up to there. Just with being a wide angle, it just makes everything seem a lot further away than what they actually are. Just when you thought the conditions couldn't get any worse, we have it a little bit worse now, ladies and gentlemen. Wind's calmed down a little bit. It's not any umping as much anymore. Just getting battered by the rain, fog and that spray off the roads. Got some warnings now for surface water. I reckon at the bottom of this hill, I think there's going to be quite a lot of surface water, isn't there? I can imagine so, or the water's coming down.
The sequence of your current schedule has changed. We advise you pull over as soon as possible.
Been rerouted.
A new schedule.
A little bit of flooding over on the A580 at the moment. Something tells me there's going to be plenty of roads today flooded throughout the region. Over in St Helens now. Oh, the windows started to fog up. Hopefully it's not too bad. And the time is currently 20 to 2. I think I'm planned to do 2 trailers out at the client's place here. Well, it's been a while since I've been down this way. Let's see if parking's improved a little bit down this street I'm about to drive down. Sometimes you get cars double parked all over the corners and outside of these bays. It can be a little bit of a headache when it happens. Get up, down and around. Plane is just here now on the left hand side. Let's try and get in and out before the school finishes. This is just up ahead. All around here is a nightmare when it's about 3 o'clock. Do the side curtain. Before I forget, let's get the reg, stick it onto our new trailer over here. A little bit like so. Make sure this trailer that I'm collecting is all nice and secured. No wonder I feel like I'm getting ill working in this weather, honestly. I know it's not the best and the most flattering outfit, but it keeps me dry at least, so you gotta do that. And trust me, there's nothing worse than sitting in your truck all day in wet clothes, especially your jumper and stuff. You just get soaked and drenched. Not worth it. Get some half decent waterproofs. This isn't the best, but keeps the rest of the body nice and dry at least. And a little tip for you as well, make sure you invest in a good pair of gloves, because when winter comes you want to get some nice little thermal ones like so, and what are waterproof, so it just protects your hands from the cold, from the wet. When it's winter time and you're in minus conditions out here and the straps are all frozen, there is nothing worse than when you try and do the straps with your bare hands or a crap pair of gloves, because they just freeze your hands and it's painfully cold as well sometimes. Another little tip for you as well is just get an old tea towel, either a towel or a bath towel or a beach towel, any type of towel, and just dry yourself off before you get inside the cab, because a lot of drivers, what they do is leave their waterproofs wet, hang them up over the passenger seat, and then all that's going to do is cause damp on the passenger seat. So old towel, dry yourself off, take your waterproofs off, and then start to drive. It's just gone 3:30. Got myself a little coffee from the little vending machine that they got here, and back to Selland's go for another trailer swap. Lower the suspension, and that's the first trailer dropped, and I've just got to reverse it down to get that one. In and out, 2 minutes. Keep the suspension low as you possibly can. Go underneath it until you're about there. Give that a little bit of a raise. Lower the middle axle. And then away you go. Quick little shunt, make sure it's all alright. And now connect up the rest of the trailer and check inside, make sure the load itself is nice and secure. 4:30, and on the way back, winning. I'd just like to say as well, before I forget and before I end the video, big congratulations Ryan on passing your class 1. Get in there mate, I told you you would do it, I told you. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself and you will get there. Congratulations mate, I made up for you, I really am. That sunroof, again, it's opening on its own. Why? I don't know. It's really frustrating. I keep getting wet on my arm. I'm like, where's that water coming from? Then I look up, I was like, it's open again. Back at the yard now at Haydock, and before I finish up, what I need to do is just move this trailer off bait, and I'm going to stick it on the back fence. Easy as that. It's umping again. Why do you keep umping in? Please stop. Waterproofs are all hung up for the night. Even though they are dry, because we're driving out of the town, I'm just trying to air them out a little bit more. Isolate the power, so the sunroof doesn't open up during night and flood the cab. And after a little class 2 shunt, now it's time to go home finally. I'm just hoping this weather gets a little bit better tonight, because it is absolutely ridiculous at the moment. Absolutely soaked. I've taken my waterproofs off about 10 minutes ago, and all I've done is walked from the Ute building to here without them on, and I'm soaked, absolutely soaked. As you can see there, it is just bouncing it down. So just make sure tonight as well and tomorrow, over the next few days, when you're driving around, give yourself that little bit extra time for your journey. Keep that little bit more distance from the vehicle in front, and just stay safe. That's the most important thing. And if you are a driver, don't forget, it's just a pallet at the end of the day. So your safety is more valuable than the pallet. You got to think of it that way. With that all said, I am going to leave the video here for tonight. So thank you very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you again next time. As always, stay safe. Bye for now.